Nikki, you gonna be okay? Are you coming to work today?
Yeah, I think so, Dennis. The doctor said the rash will be clear by showtime.
Really?
Well, yeah, Dr. Wilbur said my face will look fine as long as I don't scratch.
All right. You take care of yourself, buddy.
Thanks.
Wilbur? That's odd. I thought Dr. Wilbur was a vet.
What a nice man.
From Los Angeles, live on tape, it's the Dennis Miller Show. Tonight, Dream On star Brian Benben, three-time Tony Award winner Hinton Battle, Nobel Peace Prize winner Mairead Corrigan-Maguire. And now, it's him.
You are without a doubt the raunchiest, meanest, surliest, nastiest group of soldiers that I've ever had the pleasure to command. Hey, what's with Ross Perot, Nicky? Did you see those? Both people, if they could have voted for him yesterday in California, Democrats and Republicans would have voted for Perot? Is it amazing?
Wow.
We'll follow the little man wherever he wants to go.
People are that hungry for an alternative.
Yeah, he's a powerful little guy, like a Tolkien character with a gold card. It's going to be a dirty race again. I just saw a senior advisor to Quail Bush on Crossfire. Thank God for Michael Kinsley. Appreciate it, Michael. He just tore the guy's thorax out.
I was watching that too. He was busting him about...
He was insinuating that Clinton, by appearing at a function where he said Perot and everybody else should get off the gays for their lifestyle,
right,
was advocating a gay lifestyle, and
right.
Kinsley just took
bust him,
his
said he
out.
just appeared at this thing. He hasn't changed his policy.
I mean, come on. The gay people, that's their lifestyle. Let them alone. What's that matter? The country's dreck economically. Let's take care of that. Leave these people alone. Well, I hope you people are happy. I don't want any of that blah, blah, applause either. I hope you people are happy. Sonny Bono lost his Senate bid. Said worst part, he said he's going to go ahead and put out that comeback album now. I hope. Well, California Democrats made history yesterday. They nominated 2 women to the Senate, and, yeah. I feel like Al Alda. So if there are any senators watching out there, I want you to take down the girly calendars, tuck in your shirts. There's a new sheriff coming to town, boys. Yeehaw! The California primary also clinched the Democratic presidential nomination for Bill Clinton. Clinton, however, had to celebrate his victory at the Mayo Clinic, where doctors are working to remove a short, wiry Texan who's been nailed to Clinton's ass for the last 2 months. Yeah, Clinton said he is the candidate with the greatest concerns for the issues. Unfortunately, it's the swimsuit issues. Bush said his strategy will be to remain above the fray. Apparently, no one has the nerve to tell George that he is the fray, okay? George Bush today answered critics who claim he is not supportive of the Rio Earth Summit. Bush announced that the U.S. will donate 2 tons of styrofoam coffee cups to the summit as a symbol of our contribution there. Officials of the Earth Summit say that the bill to clean up the Earth will be $625 billion a year. Unbelievable. And, you know, we can start raising that money by putting a return deposit on all the politicians that refuse to do anything about it. You know, they project it'll cost $625 billion a year for 10 years to clean up our environment. George Bush doubts the U.S. can afford to contribute unless, of course, the environment decides to invade Kuwait. And then we'll be right there. I guess it's... no, it's okay. It's okay. See, they felt I was fragile there. They felt I needed the applause. They said, oh, Dennis has hung out. We like him. Okay. Okay, I'm a big boy. George Bush has granted China. Bush is just coming down on the wrong side of everything, isn't he? I like the man. He seems like a nice guy, but God,
he's a lovely man.
Got to get his divining rod together. He's granted China another year of most favored nation status. Yeah, why let a couple hundred dead students get in the way of a beautiful friendship, huh? House Speaker Tom Foley has recommended that a bomb shelter for Congress at the posh Greenbrier Resort in West Virginia be scuttled, since its location has been disclosed and the threat of nuclear war has been greatly diminished. Besides, if something does go wrong, everybody will be able to fit into that empty vault over at the Treasury Department. The Senate voted down a bill to legalize sports betting. Yeah, even the Senate isn't stupid enough to cut in on the mafia's action, huh? Hey, yeah, you got a nice government there. Be ashamed something happened to it, kid. That was my mafia impression.
Very nice.
I am so lame.
Senator, I hear you got the Buccaneers with the points.
That's
Freddie
mine.
Travelina got my impersonator gene. Ed McMahon introducing dance troupe on Star Search. Kayak! Goldie, what's happening here?
Talking to me?
Huh? You know my band leader, Travis Bickle. Goldie, what do we have here? Oh, this is for Hinton Battle.
Hinton Battle, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay. The state of Connecticut has banned handheld radar guns. These are used by the police to detect speeding, but they say radar guns may pose a health threat. And the ban was hailed by the American Medical Association, the PBA, and Letterman. A new study by Prevention Magazine says that 18% of Americans feel great stress almost every day of their life. What do you want me to do about it? I'm just one man, damn it! And finally, the Wang Corporation is being sued by its own workers who claim they've been injured by, quote, repetitive motion. I'll just pause a moment and let you finish that joke in the privacy of your own home. We've got a great show for you tonight. You know, I say we have a great show every night. Is that lame of me? What do you think?
Well, we always do.
Well, you know, you have people here who are nice enough to come, so you have to say that. But I always catch myself in the middle of that and say, you phony little twit. But I do like this one. We have this kid from Dream On, Brian Benben. Great actor. I love that up there. Yeah. A lot of full frontal nudity on that show, but usually women. I think the women of America want them to start showing full frontal, you know, male nudity. Yeah. But, you know, it's cable. Let's see a little cable. And, I'm sorry, Brian. I didn't mean little cable. Let's see,
Mammoth cable.
little big cable. But,
huge Alaskan pipeline type cable.
yeah, but of course, if it was that, his name would be Brian Benben. Goldie, I knew I'd catch you perking up over there. And we've got Hinton Battle is here, folks. He's going to entertain us and sing Gershwin tune. And we've got a human rights activist. She's going to discuss Northern Ireland situation. Mairead Corrigan-Maguire. Oh, Goldie. Thank you, folks.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Dawn Dishwashing Liquid. It takes grease out of your way.
Welcome Welcome back. Senior Bush aide, pointing fingers at Clinton. Don't let him pull this crap this time. Remember the last time with the ad for...
Willie Horton?
Yeah, Willie Horton ad. We can't let him do it this time. Call these people on this crap when they do it. Who cares if anybody's gay? When did we all turn into Gladys Kravitz from Bewitched? Let it go. All right, a very good show tonight with Dream On star Brian Benben. But first, a little taste of the comedy pie we make with big chunks of fat and a hearty filler of fiction sauce, the Miller's Index. Who wrote that?
Tasty open.
Have that man flogged. The rank of Mr. Rogers. What is that card they're putting in there? Oh, okay, beautiful. Rank of Mr. Rogers among preschoolers' first choice for President of the United States, 1. Rank of Mr. Rogers among voting adults' first choice for President of the United States, 1. Number of Americans who have a lifetime subscription to Reader's Digest, 43,000. Of those, the amount willing to die just to get out of it, 43,000. Estimated numbers of courses on, quote, the 60s offered at American colleges and universities this year, 400. Of those, the amount that will require the student to, quote, get high and blow off the final, 400. Average number of murders of viewer witnesses each night on primetime television, 2. Average numbers of murders of Los Angeles resident witnesses each night while looking out his window, 3. Cost of a week at a nudist camp in Massachusetts for a family of 4, $230.75. Amount you would pay not to see your parents naked, $100 million. Ooh, Dad. Cab fare from New York City to Los Angeles, $8,325. Cost of going back to college so you can learn how to pronounce your cabbie's name, $9,000. Walking speed of the average American woman in feet per minute, 256. Average speed when walking by a New York construction site in feet per second, 9,026. And when walking by a shoe store in feet per hour, 3. Ratio of G.I. Joe dolls to American GIs, 50-1. Ratio of GI surrender dolls to Iraqi GIs, 2-1. And finally, percentage of tropical fish owners in Iowa who say they wish their pets were more affectionate, 40. Of these, the percentage who switched from goldfish to blowfish, 50. Yeah! The Miller's Index, you want to make sure not to overfeed. My first guest is the star. What did somebody scream over there? I hear somebody screaming at me? Was there somebody in the crowd screaming? Go ahead, this is your show. Yeah, right. What'd you have to say? Oh, I thought I heard. Am I nuts?
I think it was an unhappy blowfish owner.
There are no unhappy blowfish owners. Overworked blowfish. My first guest is the star of the HBO adult comedy hit Dream On. The series uses black and white clips from vintage TV shows and movies to illustrate the innermost thoughts and feelings of Martin Tupper, who was raised on 50s TV. Please welcome Brian Benben, folks. Brian. Now, Brian, I know you have a busy production schedule. I hope this is no trouble for you to get over here tonight.
Trouble? This is a pleasure, baby, a real ball. I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
All right, we tried it. You didn't like it. Where was that timing thing in the booth?
It's back with the blowfish, I think. My feet don't touch the floor here.
Well, we have a production assistant who will come on and lay there.
I feel like Toulouse-Lautrec here. No, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Awesome.
It's the strangest thing. Thank you. How about if we put that on one side and this on the other?
Okay, there you go.
That's great. I hope I don't get thirsty now.
No, I got some water for you right here. Hey, now I love your show, man. What year are you in over there now?
This is we're shooting our 3rd season.
Yeah, and you folks know the show, right? When we showed the clip, I thought everybody loved that idea. Now, do you have any say in picking the clips, or do they just work the whole script around the cool clips they find.
They don't allow me to have any say about anything. They say just get there at 6 in the morning and work until, 9 or 10 in the evening, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Now, it's our research staff that does that.
Mm-hmm.
They're very good. They go through all the stuff, hours and hours and hours of old television shows and now film. And, yeah, it's a strange thing because sometimes when we're in the middle of a scene, if we find an area where a clip would be possible, we'll maybe make up a reaction.
Work it around there, yeah. Now, the show is unique in that you see nudity on it. It's probably the only sitcom on TV. Let me see, Cheers? No. Norm. Taking up 3 stools, baby.
You might not even know if he was naked, really. Oh, come on.
You lay off Benben. He's my friend.
Yeah.
Hey, now is
You had a little trouble with the name in the beginning. I said, Brian Benben.
No, I know it was Benben. I didn't. I had trouble with the Brian part of it.
We go to the same gym, obviously.
I go to. Well, I don't want to say because then somebody will come out and see how hideously out of shape I am. But we were at a place called Body Max over near the Beverly Center. Is that where you go?
No, but I heard your intro about.
Oh, I see. I forget my intro. I'm completely comatose. Now, is Benben your real name?
Do you think I'd change it to that?
Was it?
No, it is. That's the name.
Was it General Benben? Was that your nickname? Or?
So I haven't heard that yet today.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Benben.
I was going to change my name to John Benben, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's the name. It's Polish.
Oh, I was asking about the nudity thing. Now, have they ever showed a man on there frontally nude?
No, there's no real total frontal nudity for men or women.
Oh, they haven't shown women yet?
No.
Boy, what was I watching?
I guess your imagination was doing the rest.
So we'll never see Martin Tupper's wares.
Not frontally.
As it goes.
Not frontally, because you need a very wide lens.
No, we've got
A very limited sense of humor.
We're going to talk more about the first show. We've got a show coming up with famous mistresses, or what's the deal? The premiere? Famous political mistresses?
Yeah, this character that I play sleeps with a woman. They have sort of a one-night sort of, I guess, assignation you call it, and finds out that she's played by Terry Gard, that this woman is the wife of a senator, played by George Hamilton.
Now, why would you call it an assignation?
Well, I don't know why. I looked that up today, and it looked pretty good.
All right, we'll be right back with Brian right after this, folks. This man has all the oratory skills of Billy Bibbit. Yeah. Hey, what do you think about this Senate Ethics Committee, huh? Senate Ethics. Putting senators in charge of ethics. It's like going out of town and asking Martin Tupper to keep an eye on your wife.
Thought it was funny.
Yeah. Coolest thing. Coolest thing that ever happened to me. That's the coolest thing that ever happened to me. I feel like I'm in The Player or something, man. I'm doing a cameo there. Now, this is the first episode, and it's about, break it down for us.
This character that I play, like I said,
yeah, you told a little bit
Terry
beforehand.
Gar, and her husband finds out, and then I become sort of a media celebrity in this thing, and my secretary becomes my press agent, so to speak.
Denny Dillon, right?
Denny Dillon,
She used to do Saturday Night Live years
Yeah,
ago, right?
yeah.
And how do you work the three? We have Jessica Hahn, Jennifer Flowers, and Rita Jeanneret. Boy, it's been so I forget who Rita Jeanneret bonked. Who was that?
I think her husband.
Oh.
I think it was her husband.
Oh, her husband bonked someone.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry, Rita.
No. She bonked her husband.
Oh, she bonked her husband?
On the Capitol steps, I think.
Oh, okay, that was it. This stuff goes in one ear and goes out another orifice. But we have a clip from the show, right?
Yes, I believe we do. And I think that's what happened. I think Denny Dillon is being my press secretary.
All righty.
If I'm not mistaken, I may well be.
Dream on. Clip. Take it. Roll.
Do you remember what happened on your first date? Well, we have a story about a famous woman and her secret love.
Well, at least you are having a good hair day.
Toby, are you here for a reason?
There's some members of the press here to see you.
Tupper, Mr. Tupper, did you have...
Well, the American press. What a delightful surprise.
All right, one at a time.
So I presume after how long you been out here in this town?
I've been here about 10 or 12 years, really.
Yeah, and is this the first, I know you've worked, but is this the first steady gig you've had, or other than movies and that?
Oh, I've done a couple of series, sort of failed series here and there. Let's talk about those for a while.
No, but I'm asking you, how are you enjoying now you have a place? It's always great to get up to that base camp where you can just boil water for a while and relax. How are you enjoying it? What do you do?
Well, we have a little place up north, a couple hours up north, and it's sort of new. We have horses and things like that. So that's a whole new reality for me.
Yeah? You're into breeding horses? Or what do you like, Wayne Newton with the Arabians?
No, it's...
Arabian horses.
They all look so nice in those things that they wear.
What do you breed?
No, we don't breed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're a little obsessed with that animal thing, huh?
No. I thought it said in your notes that you bred horses, so I was trying to
we feed bread to horses. That's what
I see.
No, we just have two horses, and they're both, they're geldings.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
I don't even know what that means. That's how little I know about horses.
It means they...
Can you breed geldings?
No.
How do you and wife?
You could try, but it would be disastrous.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Do you and your wife breed? Kidding! Just stuck on the breeding thing. Tell me this weird story about your brother. His house is he's got some weird Hitchcockian thing with a woodpecker?
It's actually not my brother. It's a cousin of mine who has a house, and I was just talking to my aunt. And speaking of horses, there's a woodpecker attacking his house, and they can't figure out why, but it's done several $1,000s worth of damage around his
Really? He should get a lawyer.
I think he should, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where that... Yeah, well, it's horrible. You don't want to witness this, believe
Yeah.
me.
You see, now I'm trying to find a way to get out.
You brought it up, didn't you?
I know. All these things they said, you were all excited to talk about the woodpecker, the breeding the geldings, and let's just kind of sit here and see how uncomfortable it can get.
I crossed my feet, but I...
All right, Toulouse. Thanks for coming on. Sorry I didn't have a good out for us here.
Well, that's okay. This will do.
All right, man. It's Dream On. Kicks off its third season on June 6th. Normandy. We'll be right back with Hinton Battle right after this. Brian, thank you.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Bud Dry. Dry brewed so it drinks light, yet satisfies completely.
What happened? I take a week off, completely forget how to interview. How the hell did that happen? If you ever see me in that sort of jeopardy again, damn it, somebody come out of the crowd, save me. Jump in, any question. What's your favorite color? Anything.
If you were a
Get down
tree...
here, don't hang me out to dry on TV. I was blank, couldn't you see it? It was the weirdest moment. I was looking, I was thinking, I really like this guy. Where the hell's my thoughts? He's looking at me like, yeah, glad I came on here with a mime. All right. I'm going to work harder, Nick.
Okay.
I'm going to study my interviewing books, and damn it, I'm going to make it. Okay, time for gap poses of the staff. Black and white. Tonight's staff member, Lauren Dunsworth. Lauren's gap pose. Thank you, Lauren.
Icy cool. Icy cool.
All right, Lauren, it's a gap pose, not a gap statue. Move on, little Ms. Rodin. Rodin, of course.
From the Japanese movies?
No, the sculptor. We're getting that timing thing. I was saying, Nick will go for the big turtle in the spinning shell if I give him a second. Yeah, all right. Give me 5 on that, Nicky. Beautiful, my friend. Solid. What's her story? Heard Mama swung pretty good. 10 rooms, 13 people. Mod Squad. My next guest is a 3-time Tony Award winner. Please welcome Mr. Hinton Battle. Hinton. Hinton, now you're appearing in Stardust out here, right?
Yep.
And tell us a little bit about it. It's
Well, it's throw the water away. It's basically a review. We go through the 20s, 30s, 40s, and the 50s. The lyrics are by Mitchell Paris. We sing a lot of like great Ellington tunes and Stardust, Sophisticated Ladies, Ruby.
Where are you doing it at? Tell us.
We're at the Wilshire Theater.
Yeah.
Over in Wilshire in La Cienega.
And how's Biz?
Biz is doing good. We got a great review.
Yeah.
And they're packing in. It looks like we're gonna be extended. So
Couple weeks.
Nice.
Tell us about your cronies in the review. Who else?
Cronies in the review. Sean Young is in it. And,
Sean Young?
Yeah.
Can she dance?
She's throwing down, yep.
And who else?
And Tony Tennille.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty provocative. Ask Tony what the hell that muskrat love thing was about. What were they thinking? Now, you think Sean's going to try to wheedle in there between Tony and the captain?
I don't know. That muskrat love thing was really strong. You know, it's going to hold them together, you know.
Oh, man, that song, that has got to be the low point in American musical history. Tony, I loved it. I love some of the other love will keep us together.
Nice. I got to go see Tony tonight.
No, well, I'm saying, you know.
Oh, okay.
Even she's got to think, boy, I can't believe we slipped through on that muskrat love thing. Now, tell me about, you have 3 Tonys Awards. You won for Sophisticated Ladies,
right.
Tap Dance Kid, and Miss Saigon. So your career, like, kind of mirrors the contemporary musical in this country. You've done it all, huh?
Thank goodness.
And you were in Dreamgirls, too?
I did Dreamgirls, but I didn't get nominated or get an award for that one.
Yeah.
But, there's somebody clapping.
Yeah. How was Jennifer Holliday? Was she cool? We always heard those weird stories about her.
Big and great voice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But she was easy to work with?
She's great. Yeah, she's easy. She's pretty easy.
Now, you did dance and... Oh, pretty easy. It's like the kiss of death,
okay.
you know.
Well, I mean, you know Jennifer Holliday, you know.
Well, I just remember it was always tempestuous on the set of that play. It seemed like she was always getting sick and stuff like that, so... I'm sorry, I'm painting you in a corner.
I know. You put it, what am I going to say?
I'm sorry.
It's hard for her.
Jennifer, Tony, it's me. Hinton loves you.
I love you.
What was dancing like? You worked with Fosse on that.
Fosse, yeah.
Was he still at the height of his powers, or?
He was sort of at the peak, sort of coming down, I guess. Hard to say if he was ever coming down. The guy was still, his stuff is still being done with Paul Abdul, you know, snatched the whole thing from him and did a video out of it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know it, but I mean.
Yeah, it was
Bob
from
Fosse,
All That Jazz, right?
Yeah, right out of the movie, yeah.
And you... Yeah. What are you going to do now? You're going to sing for us when we come back, huh?
Yep, I'm going to sing a song for you and do a little quick tap.
All right. This is Hinton Battle. We'll be right back with more right after this. Man, it is hot. It is... Thank you. Welcome back. It's so... You can't believe how hot it is under these lights. I'd love to see a Curlian photograph of my head. And by Curlian photograph, I mean one that was not taken by Mo or Shem. You know what Curlian photography is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's that heat sensitive.
Yeah, you see, my head feels like
in the
I'm
movie
sucking
Predator.
up all this heat. Okay, you're glad to know that. Oh, Hint wanted me to tell you, and I wanted to tell you, so he's got 2 movies of the week coming up. He's got one on CBS called Switch and The Boys that he choreographed and directed himself. It's the end of the summer on ABC. But beyond all that, tonight he's going to perform for us. Please welcome Hinton Battle, folks.
They say, Ruby, you're like a dream. Not always what you see. And though my heart may break when I let it be so. I only know, Ruby, it's you. Well, I hear your voice, and I must come to you. Well, I have no choice. What else can I do? They say, Ruby, you're like a dream, not always what you see. And though I should be well, still I don't care. You thrill me so, I only know, Ruby, it's you. Ruby, it's you. Well, I hear your voice, and I must come to you. Oh, well, I have no choice. What else can I do? Oh, Ruby, you're like a flame into my life you came, and though I should be well, still I don't care. You thrill me so, I only know, Ruby, it's you go.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Tomorrow night, my guest will be Donna Mills.
Pretty lady.
Yeah. Play Misty for me.
Say it.
Guitar legend Les Paul. From Spinal Tap, Nigel Tufnell. And astrophysicist Dr. George Smoot. Got the whole spectrum covered there.
Smoot is coming?
Yeah, Smoot's here. Huh? He's doing the Smootapalooza tour. You know, the Earth Summit begins today in Rio de Janeiro, and our environmental president will be winging down there next week. What will he do there? Will he deliver an impassioned plea for the protection of the common titmouse? We have here George Bush's daily itinerary for the UN Earth Summit. 8 a.m. Ask if it's safe to drink the water. Don't want to get sick again. 8:30 a.m. Try to get a read on what this tree thing is all about. 9 o'clock, phone home. Tell Quail not to watch any TV while I'm away. 9:30 a.m. On a Rio whim, change name from the environmental president to the Coochie Coochie president. 10 a.m. Ask locals if they know the true story of Fern Gully. 11 a.m. Take dark sunglasses to spy on beach girls in their thong suits. 11:30 a.m. Unpack Popeil's pocket fisherman. 1 p.m. See about bringing back some of those exotic birds that are so hard to get into the States. 4 p.m. Remember not to stare at the guy with a plate in his lip. 5:30 p.m. Try not to laugh when Sting sings. 6 p.m. Unveil plan for dealing with the massive jungle destruction, the Rainforest Galleria. 7:30 p.m. Dream of getting up to Maine and back in the big cigarette boat to waste some gas. Ozone this. And that's Bush's day planner at the Environmental Summit. See? It's tough, Nick. You got a big Bush crowd. It's a big Bush crowd, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
I misread the whole vibe, man. My next guest is committed to building a lasting peace for the people in Northern Ireland. She is the co-founder of the Community of the Peace People and a 1976 Nobel Peace Prize winner. Please welcome Mairead Corrigan-Maguire. Hello. The Irish are a hardy people, my friend. Good thinking, Mairead. Now, I wanted to ask you first off, I know this might seem simplistic to you, living it every day, but the insanity in the world almost becomes metronomic at some point. Why don't you explain what exactly is happening, just an overview of what the problem is in Northern Ireland? I know it's a...
Have you got a lifetime?
Well, but just in a capsule comment, just to explain it for the people who might not know.
Well, it's quite tragic because a lot of people say it's a religious war, Catholics fighting Protestants, and it's not a religious war in Northern Ireland. I mean, granted, if you take religion out of Ireland, you'll not understand it. But really, the cause of the conflict has very, very deep roots, historical, cultural, social, economic. And, you know, we've really got to deal with the root cause of the conflict. And it is really the inability of people from two completely different cultures and traditions to learn how to live together and to begin to build political institutions that are fair and just. And you can adopt that to many countries around the world.
Yeah.
So I think what we're doing is kind of a lesson to people as well, that we need to deal with the root causes of violence.
Do you feel it's solvable in our lifetime?
I think it's solvable because I believe that people are capable of doing great things. We're also capable of great evil. But I think if we try to live out of absolute respect for the human person and for our environment, we can really make things happen. So yes, I believe it is.
Now, you were unfortunately drawn into this whole situation under the worst of all possible circumstances. Why don't you explain what happened in your life and your sister's life?
Well, my younger sister went out with her 4 children, and within a few hours, 3 of her children, her little baby, John, only 6 weeks old, and Andrew, 2.5, and Joanne, only 8, were all killed. And the young driver of the car, Danny Lennon, only 21, he was shot in the head by the soldiers. He was killed as well. So within a few hours, four young people's lives taken away.
Yes, and your sister never recovered, right? Her heart was just...
No, she went on to have 2 little children.
Yeah.
And but in 1980, she just really couldn't take any more, so she just took her life.
Now, then from that was born the Peace People. Why don't you explain what your group's about?
Well, the Peace People were really people coming out onto the streets to say, look, stop the violence. There's got to be another way. And we started forming ourselves and to trying to deal with the real root cause of the violence. So we work for human rights. We work for the coming together, reconciliation of the two traditions, and we work for non-violence because we believe really we've got to begin to live non-violence both as a lifestyle and as a way of bringing about social and political change. So we work both at home and we work to help our friends and learn from them all around the world. So,
Was your how did you feel before all this? Did you have these sort of sentiments, or is this all bred of the disaster in your life?
Well, I always was involved in some way in my community, and I mean, years before the Peace People started, I myself living in a community which was really very much not very unfairly treated by the army and the state. There was violence there upon the people. But I myself made a choice that as a Christian we could not kill. You're called to love your enemy and love one another and work out of that for peace. So, I mean, I retain that conviction that we're given life as a gift and we have no right to take it.
So by being in the Peace People, though, that doesn't preclude you having a political stance on all this, right?
Well, I think everything we do is political. I think the very act of sort of deciding one won't kill and that one will try to live out one's life as peacefully as possible and at the same time working for social political change is a very political act. But we are not going to become politicians, but we believe that people have got to be empowered and realise that we have got to do it. One person can make a difference and do something for peace.
Such a tragic sentence has a sort of to me, a wonderful karmic punctuation mark. You tell the people what ended up with you, the husband of your sister, the surviving husband, the widower, and you ended up marrying, right?
I did, yes, Jim.
And so you married your sister's husband, and then you've had children since, right?
Yeah. Well, when my sister died, she had 3 children, and when I went to help look after them, I fell in love with Jackie, so we got married, and we've since had 2, so I'm very happy. We've 5 wonderful children, and a great guy.
Well, you know, just meeting you for 7 minutes, I could tell you're such a peaceful creature. You have such a delicacy about you. It's nice to meet you.
I'm not a bit peaceful. That's all.
Well,
I have to struggle with it.
Yeah, well, fight the good fight. Nice to meet you. Thank you. We'll be right back, right after this.
This portion of the Dennis Miller Show is brought to you by Hyundai, makers of the Excel, Scoop, Sonata, and the brand new Elantra.
Welcome back. Hey, I'd like to thank my guest, Brian Benben, Hinton Battle. You know, the tap thing.